Every ship is a different shape and form, as individual as the operator and the designer, and therefore the fender system must reflect that.
We have a good understanding in a very broad range of areas on what makes a fender system work.
It's our aim to design fendering systems which are absolutely tailor-made for the job. That means there is no off-the-shelf solution or off-the-drawer solution. Every system is individually designed for the project.
FENTEK is a truly global fender company with a large network of offices, factories and agents around the world, all dedicated to providing the best products and technical support to our many customers from the equator to the poles. At FENTEK, we understand all the ingredients of a good fendering system. With our knowledge of port operations, the latest ship developments, the very best materials and engineering techniques, we help our customers to define the optimum fender solution for their port.
The fender is a very critical part on a berth, and if the fender systems don't work properly, the use of the whole berth is in question.
The fender acts as that final deterrent to, first of all, to stop damaging the ship, but also to stop damaging our key as well. And if you put that key or ship out of action for several hours or days, in fact, then you are talking about a lot of money.
Avoiding damage is obviously a prime requirement from a fendering system, but can they make any contribution to the efficient running of a busy container port?
We've been informed back from the terminal operators that they like the fenders because they can actually take the containers off the crane, off the ships faster now, because they have a much more stable fendering system than they had previously.
Ships are getting wider all the time, and in Southampton a narrower fendering profile was chosen for berth 207 in order that some of our existing cranes, which were designed initially to take post-Panamax ships, in other words too wide to go through the Panama Canal, post-Panamax ships that were only 16 boxes wide, to be able to handle ships that actually came 17 boxes wide, and this was actually achieved using the new FENTEK fenders that we installed on 207 berth.
How important is maintenance of the fendering system to a port authority?
Maintenance is a critical factor. These are, after all, pieces of equipment that are used in a berthing process, and a berthing process is, of course, a controlled collision. So it's inevitable over the life of the fendering system that some damage will occur. We therefore look towards a system that is repairable, and indeed the modern units that we have employed at 207 berth can be bolted together and taken apart in individual pieces.
All FENTEK's fender systems share the same primary components: the energy-absorbing rubber unit, closed-box steel fender panel, faced with low-friction UHMW PE pads. Virtually maintenance-free, the fenders can be supplied with a wide range of rubber sections tailored to individual requirements.
A port authority would like to have exhibit their corporate identity on the berth, then they can do so with the fender, and it's altogether a much more attractive product.
The public face of the ferry business is changing rapidly.
Every ship is a different shape and form, as individual as the operator and the designer, and therefore the fender system must reflect that. Ships are becoming much more hydrodynamic, lighter constructions for faster turnarounds. The fender system must adapt itself to that market. It must also be lighter. It's got to be cost effective. We're in a competitive environment, but it must provide a very soft cushioning effect for the ship when it's berthing, so that we're not putting any undue pressures on the structure of the ship.
My advice from the beginning was that we need a very good fendering system. We knew what forces we could expect to berth to and what speed of the vessel, you know. the fendering system should be able to resist. With this particular craft, we are in the 21st century. Well, my view is that in the future, around Europe, let's say our part of Europe, Northern Europe and this part of Europe, all crossings with conventional ferries today, which takes no longer than 8 hours, will be replaced by fast ferries. People want to move fast from A to B. So you need a fast ferry, then you need a fast turnaround time. And to be able to have a fast turnaround time, it should be able for the master to berth quite confidently. And to be able to berth quite confidently, you need a good fendering system. And that improves the berthing time. And after long talks, we came in contact with FENTEK, and we talked extensively about what we wanted, and our choice came in the end to a torsion bar fendering system, and particularly the last fender panel, we wanted a relatively heavy and long fender panel, and that took quite a while to design that. But after all, I must say that from the moment we started, everybody in the project worked very, very hard, and FENTEK was able to deliver in time.
Delivery time is extremely crucial because jobs have specified completion dates. Ships come in at certain dates and fenders have to be there at that time.
We have obviously contractors who are also our main customers who are building the terminals. They have different needs in the sense that the contractor has a particular date to complete a project by and is always being pushed by the Port Authority to finish on time, because ferries, of course, or whatever, are coming in on that date. And the contractor, to us, wants our price to be the lowest possible because of obviously him trying to win the project on a tender.
We work hard to reduce the overall construction costs and the full life costs of a structure. Now, fenders are quite a significant part of the cost of a structure. And in many cases, people just look at the cost of the fender. But what we really try to do, and have done quite successfully in a lot of cases, is we've designed the fenders such that the fenders are effectively free.
Ships got bigger since the previous fendering system was installed at this berth, and the purpose of installing new fenders was not only to make berthing faster and safer, but also to accommodate bigger ships at this berth.
If our offer is competitive, not only in the economical aspect but also on the technical side, we will get the order.
Once we receive the order, the first thing to be done is to order the rubber components because they are the most critical path with respect to the delivery times. Once this has been done, we then proceed to do the actual fine-out design, putting together the design of the steel panels and all the parts, chains, etc. that maybe need to be ordered for the job.
And if we can use every piece of steel in that system working to 95% efficiency, then we've got a very cost-effective and technically advanced system.
But let's leave the final word with our customers.
On this particular job, FENTEK came up with a good design for the leading fenders, perfect for the job really.
We couldn't quite reach the outside tier using the old fendering system.
And this was actually achieved using the new FENTEK fenders that we installed on 207 berth.
From the moment we started, everybody in the project worked very, very hard, and FENTEK was able to deliver in time.